Many people assume that 19th century missionaries were the main culprits behind colonial racism. But what if the truth is more complicated and more revealing? Dr. Robert Woodberry, a political sociologist, has studied the global impact of Protestant missionaries. He doesn't sugarcoat history, but he does correct the record.
The racism is strongest in the mission movement in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, but it's more among highly educated missionaries and younger missionaries during that time period. The older missionaries and less educated missionaries were less racist. Okay? They learned the racism in university.
That might sound backwards to modern ears, but at the time, universities were the ones teaching so-called scientific racism.
It was taught in universities that there was this racial hierarchy and that some theories were polygenous, meaning not every human being is the same species. They're different species. Different groups stopped evolving earlier and whites were at the top of the evolutionary hierarchy.
Missionaries didn't invent these ideas. They were swimming in the intellectual waters of their day, and many of them pushed back.
Missionaries had the idea that everyone was created by God, so the idea that they are different species was harder to deal with.
That theological conviction made a real difference. It didn't eliminate racism, but it gave at least some missionaries a basis on which to push back. So missionaries certainly weren't perfect, but in many cases, they were among the first to insist that every person, regardless of race, was made in the image of God. And in a world drunk on racial hierarchies, that was a radical stand.